There's a story about chapter episode 7, Where is Your Treasure? There's an old story about a rabbi who lived in Krakow, in Poland, many hundreds of years ago. And though he had a lovely family, wife and children, and a loving congregation at the synagogue, he was unhappy. He needed more in his life. He felt he had no treasure in his life at all. And then one night he had a dream. And the next night he had the same dream. And the third night he had the same dream. And the dream was this: if he were to travel all the way from Krakow right down to Prague in Czechoslovakia, there underneath the bridge he would find his great treasure. So he kissed goodbye to his family and said goodbye to his congregation and set walking. He walked for 6 weeks, 6 long weeks, until he reached the bridge that he knew was the same one as in the dream. He went under the bridge searching for the treasure, but there were guards around and they arrested him, and he was brought to the captain of the guard, very frightened indeed. And when the captain of the guard said, "What were you doing in that place? It's forbidden," he said, "I had this dream about there was a treasure I would find there." And the captain laughed at him. He said, "Who takes notice of dreams? I had a dream, 3 times I had it, that if I were to go to the house of a rabbi in Krakow and enter his house, there behind the fireplace, there I would find my great treasure. But it's just a stupid dream." So I ignored it. Rabbi didn't hesitate any longer to say, "I'm sorry, my Lord, I will leave, please let me go." And the captain said, "Be gone." And he went back and he raced back home in half the time, and he went to Krakow, found his house, flung open the door, went over to the fireplace, and there, behind the fireplace, he found his great treasure. Knowing rabbinic writings and their meaning and the Talmud, I would suggest that there, perhaps, behind the fireplace, was his youngest and sickliest child, his true treasure. "Where your heart is, there is your treasure also," said Jesus. Fine words. Where your heart is, there is your treasure. Blessings on you and those you love. Patrick.